Hey lovelies, welcome back. Today we're going to be making Lock from Shock, Lock and Barrel, Nightmare Before Christmas. I 3D printed these masks. They're a file that was already pre-made that I altered to be more accurate. Here I'm using a paint wash to give his teeth some grit. I changed this color of red, pinkish, orange quite a bit. We're going to paint the whole entire body a new skin tone. Wearing protective gloves, I am cutting the little center heart out of Gigi Monsterhigh shoes. They'll make the perfect little curled toed shoes. And then we're going to paint it red and lacquer it to death. Moving on to this makeshift pattern that I've made, I pretty much just went ahead and cut out the shapes and then used the draping method to clean up what I needed to as far as shape wise. Folding over all my edges to make it nice and clean and professional looking. We did all the sleeves and now we're going to work on the chest part of the crop top. Adding a cute collar to the chest part before putting it all together. I didn't have a sketch for any of these. I pretty much just did reference pictures and then made things based on how I wanted. For the leotard, we're going to use a model because I don't quite know the crotch size for Monsterhigh. It's very odd to eyeball. So we're going to use our Frankie model for today. For this design, I decided to make a 3-part jumpsuit, kind of streetwear. So we're just taking all the parts, sewing them together, and securing the edges for a clean look. Here's our leotard and crop top on our actual doll. Now to make the pants, I eyeballed this jegging pattern and altered it to size once it was on my actual doll. I love this pattern. It's such a slight detail that you can see up close. Here's the red shoes that we painted off screen, lacquered to death, and dry. Now to add some more details to these jeggings. I looked at a bunch of Tokyo streetwear references to get an idea of these pants. I don't know exactly what this style is called, so if you do, please let me know. The collar was looking a little boring, and adding a satin ribbon to give it the collar more texture and depth. Now to add some more details, buckles, straps, and pockets, oversized pockets to just the baggy part of the pants. His tail is the same texture of his clothes, so I thought it was just a tail that hung from the clothes, but I actually saw him move it. So we're using a wire to make the tail movable. Now let's get into the good part, the face up. Yes. We're gonna keep his original colors pretty close to what he is. Don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying what you're watching so far. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. We're painting the scalp red because we want it to be full hair. Now to grab some of the extensions we'll be using today. Out these cute little jars. What would she be without her red locks? Cutting these in half to size and gluing them in a track method, going all the way around the head. Now that we have the hair installed, let's go back to our second layer. Let's get more detail, make it deeper colors, and we'll build up over and over and over. Naturally, she has a layer of Mr. Super Clear, 2 sprays in between each layer. At first I was putting the red just because I wanted to have a lighter version of what I might put later, but then I just leaned into it and kept on putting layers of red. Something about having the red lashes, the red brows, and the red hair, and then red eyes. I don't know, it just felt right because the character has black eyes, little black eyes, so you pretty much pick a color. Now, after several layers of building up color, this is what she's starting to look like. Her lips were a little flat, so we're going to add some pastels to make it more juicy, darkening the outer corners and lightening the center. Now this part I got from the cosplay community. Of course, the regular character doesn't have blush, but it's for the girls. It's for the girls. Now with that face up almost complete, we're going to make some props while she dries. Here, we're going to make the gas can out of Warbler. You know, the scene where he's well, not gas can. It looks like a gas can to me, but it's actually a poison bottle. But it reads gas can to me. But I digress. We're using Warbler to just make the shape pretty much of old school gas can. Shoot, it might have actually been a gas can. Was he pouring gas into the... No, it was poison. I don't know. It was whatever Tim Burton wanted it to be. So warming up each sides, I'm going to warm up the bottom, place it on the table, and quickly add the box onto it and press down with some good amount of pressure. Not too much, but a good enough to fuse it together. Trim off the extra. Making this handle was a little technical, but I really enjoyed it. I don't know why. It's such a small detail. I was really trying to figure out how to make everything as even as possible before we make it uneven. I was going to cut the shapes as if it was already dented, but figured if it wasn't already short when you made it, so it's like I thought it'd be more accurate to bend it, distort it after it was a perfectly fine can. I might be wrong. It might have been easier to just cut it in the distorted shapes in advance and then put it together, but I had fun doing it this way too. I wanted my gas can to be hollow, just in case I wanted to be real theatric with my pictures. So now we're just melting down this edge so that we can bend it in and dent it like it was in the actual movie. And I thought that was just, a little more accurate than building it already in this shape. And possibly easier, not gonna lie, possibly easier. We're gonna paint the whole thing white and then paint the whole thing gray. And now we're gonna do the design. This was really fun to do because I Love little details. I mean, come on, who doesn't love details? Look at that. Fun line. Fine tip brush work. Fine tip, yes. Love it. I had to pause such a small frame of clips to get this a close shot of what in the world was on the front of the can, and it was satisfying and difficult. While that dries, let's make his other props, which was the fireworks that he threw in last minute as they were going out in the clawfoot tub. Red and white traditional fireworks. Making it out of warbler, painting it white, and now we're adding the red stripes. Which, once again, really satisfying to do. It's like mechanical. Little assembly line. And this is what we have. Aren't they cute? I can just see them flying through the sky and exploding now. I made this off camera with some warbler and a leftover cage that I made from my very first resin 3D print. It's an Anycube sample model that I altered, basically just took out the Anycube in the center, built it back up with pieces, and now we're painting it silver so that we can have the cage that the insect went into. This was hard to paint fully assemble. If I ever make one of these again, I'm definitely going to paint it before it's all the way together. Painting through the little holes was not fun. I've taken a nail charm, scuffed up the backside of it, and now we're going to apply it to the ear with hot glue. Because the whole head is painted, I'm hoping that it will stay adhered because it's adhering to paint and not directly to plastic. I don't know if the plastic on plastic would last over the time. Now that her face is fully dry, we can curl her hair and trim it down. We need those little two flip ups in the front of the head. And here she is. She's all done. She's awesome. I love her. She came out so good. Like, I had no vision of what she might look like. So for her to be created and look so good, oh my gosh. Be sure to stop by for Shop. She's up next. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. I absolutely love making dolls for you guys and showing my process. Also, this time around, we got some editorial pictures for you with all of her props. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you and everything you do around here. Don't forget to click that bell so you can know when I'm posting. Be sure to check out my website, my Etsy, my Instagram, my Facebook, and my TikTok. Thank you.